Yo, I'm here with the Yorkshire captain. He's gone viral online. Everyone loves him. How are you feeling?
Good man. Now we do.
You're fighting in a few days' time. Before
Inshallah.
that, before we do a little podcast, try and have a little bit of we'll have a little bit of a chat and we'll
Yeah.
allow the people to know who the Yorkshire captain really is. So listen, let's start at childhood. Where were you born and raised?
Born Bradford, raised in BD9 as
Yeah.
always. Born in BDI.
What was your childhood like?
Childhood,
I can see you being a naughty kid.
I was, to be honest. Like
Yeah.
it was a good upbringing. My parents, my mum and dad, they was there for me, anything I needed. Obviously, as a kid, I used to be hyper a lot,
Yeah.
and I used to be messing about, like in school, every other day. They're getting sent out of the classroom, things like that. Staying out late, just fucking about with other kids.
Yeah. So I don't know. Hope you don't mind me saying this. You
Yeah.
was diagnosed with ADHD.
Yeah.
So what age was you diagnosed with that?
When I was in year 3.
Was in year three.
Yeah,
So
about 7, 6, 7.
and what age did you then start boxing?
Since I was a kid, since about the same age, on and off, used to go kickboxing, used to do some karate, used to do MMA, bit of both, everything above.
Because with ADHD, it's a big thing now. A lot
Yeah,
of people are struggling with it. Do you feel as though being a boxer and boxing helps you with that?
yeah,
Channel all the energy
yeah,
into
yeah,
something.
yeah, 100% it does because like as a kid, I used to be proper hyper, like I said, used to be messing about, and then obviously I used to play football as a kid as well. I used to play
Yeah.
football a lot. That used to like tire me out, basically used to drain me.
Yeah.
So obviously I used to be tired, used to like, be tired all the time, sleepy and stuff like that. And obviously, ADHD is just it's like they gave me these tablets as well to keep my levels a bit low
Yeah.
and stuff like that instead of being hyper all the time. And obviously, boxing and stuff helped like that, helped along the way, put my energy and everything. And like obviously, then they used to tire me out for the rest of the day.
So primary school, you was an energetic kid,
Yeah.
diagnosed with ADHD when you were young. Moving into high school, did you have the same energy, or was you a bit more reserved?
In high school, towards the start, I had the same energy.
Yeah.
Like high school, used to be messing about, used to be against our class, used to be fighting a lot. I'm not gonna lie, since I was a kid,
I've seen some videos of you
yeah,
scrapping. Yeah.
I used to be fighting a lot and stuff. I used to cause myself trouble, like basically being on the streets where I shouldn't have been at the time. You get me?
Yeah.
Obviously, I got mixed with the wrong crowd and stuff like that. I used to have a lot like balanga issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And as I slowly grew up, like say, like 4 years ago, I used to have very bad temper issues, and then slowly, people like in my local, they even know that themselves. I used to have bad anger issues, but now slowly, like obviously my anger, I've learned how to calm down, control it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Has sport helped with that, or is it just because you've naturally matured, you've learned how to deal with it and control it?
It's I've naturally matured because of my own mistakes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the mistakes I've done in the past, the things I've done, like one thing for me, like my mum and dad is their trust, you get me?
Yeah.
And the amount of times I've lost my mum and dad's trust,
Yeah.
there's been countless times, I'm not gonna lie. But obviously like me thinking, yeah, they'll probably forget about it in 1, 2 days, but then obviously they'll forget about it, but then like they'll forgive you for it, but then you'll see the change. Like say when I used to be going out, I used to be fighting all the time, causing trouble. And then obviously I used to get caught, say I used to get caught smoking, used to get caught fighting, and then say mom, so I used to go tell my mum and dad if they
Yeah.
found out, then obviously I'd get punished for it, but then obviously they'd forgive me, but then obviously they wouldn't let me out, and you can see how that
Yeah.
reflects back on me.
It feels as though your parents were like mine in many ways, where they allowed us to go out, but they trusted us,
Yeah.
to act right. And it feels as though, if I'm listening to what you've said, you've made your mistakes,
Mm.
and now you want to live a life where you can make your parents proud and happy.
Yeah, 100%. Like since I started boxing, my mum and dad they've been happy with me. They've been supportive. Like they've always been supportive of everything I do. My football, especially my mum,
Yeah.
she picks me, drops everything. She did everything for me. Everything I needed, she's always there. You know what I mean? And it's obviously thankful to her. Obviously, you know what I mean?
Like I say, I've come to your house as well. I've spoken to one of your
Yeah,
parents. Like, alhamdulillah, they have a lot of support in you, a lot of trust in you. You've got a nice, alhamdulillah, look, a good family set up.
yeah.
A lot of people don't have the support from their parents like you do. So, alhamdulillah, it's good to see that
Alhamdulillah,
someone
yeah.
young from Bradford has that, and now they're trying to do something with their lives where they can make their parents proud.
Mm.
What advice would you give to any of the youngsters out here who are a bit younger than you?
The advice I would give to people younger than me is don't break your parents' trust. That's the number one thing. Like for me, that's always been the thing with my parents. Don't break your trust. Don't break my trust. Don't break my trust. That's what my mom and dad always used to say to me. Then I always used to think about mine. Who cares? Oh,
Yeah,
trust is not gonna do nothing. Obviously, I see the consequences after. They might forget about it, forgive you, but you see like they won't let you go out. They take your phone off you, etc. You'll be punished, and it'll feel like not like a prison in a way, but like you'll feel like isolated.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? You all get to enjoy the things you want to do. You want to go see your mates, what you get to go out, things like that. Like things you love doing will be taken away from you. So just don't break your parents' trust and stuff.
How can chilling with the wrong group of people ruin your life as a youth? Like you mentioned earlier, you got involved with some people that you probably shouldn't have got involved with.
It's like I say a few years ago, like I'll be honest, about a year ago, 2 years ago, I used to be wrong with the wrong crowd. I used to be fighting every other day. Like
Yeah.
say if one of my mates had beef with someone else,
Yeah.
obviously he's one of your boys, you're gonna back at the end of the day, but then it's over little things at the end of the day. So say if someone like now in Bradford, someone's looking at me in the wrong way, let's go deal with my man. You know what I mean? It's one of them ones. Like that's how we used to be, and obviously we used to be fighting. People used to be getting stabbed. People used to that was a big thing in Bradford, stabbing and stuff like that. That's over little petty things like people looking at each other. He said this, she said this. You know what I mean? Like people be fighting and stuff like that. I've seen it with my own eyes. Don't get me wrong, but like every time I've had a fight with someone, I've looked back on it. I thought I shouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? Even though like at the moment I'm like I want to do him, I want to do this, I want to do that, but then afterwards you rethink yourself. You're like I shouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? It's like a bad image of me.
They say you're only as good as the people that you surround yourself with. You feel as though you've surrounded yourself with a better group of people now.
Yeah, 100% a better group of people now because I could see back then, I could tell the mates I used to chill back then, they never used to care about, we used to do this, to care about messing about, doing this, doing so on, dealing, doing this. Obviously, that's the one thing my mum and dad kept away from me being on the streets, like that street lad. They didn't mind me going out, but like the people I was with, because obviously a lot of people, be honest, young age, like young adults, they'd be dealing, drug dealing and stuff like that. They'd be carrying knives. Alhamdulillah, I've never carried a knife, never done drug dealing, nothing like that. Like obviously, there's people that provoke me, say, come do it, all this, all that. But those are the two things I've never done. Like obviously, I've been like I used to fight, cause problems. Obviously, I try to keep away from those other things because they're even more serious. You know what I mean?
That's because your hands are weapons, registered weapons.
Yeah.
And on November the 15th, Siam will find that out. So how did you learn about my boxing shows?
So originally, I was supposed to get on another show. But
Okay,
I'm not gonna say what it was. It was another show. Obviously, I got told that I wouldn't be fit and stuff like that. Obviously, so I got told to train. So I went and trained for a few months, and then someone told me Sharky-therapy is doing a boxing match. I go, huh? Who's Sharky-therapy? Then I searched up your page, seen all the videos. Thought this guy's funny. Let me jump on his page, and I texted you straight away. Obviously, he got me to the group chat, and obviously I was supposed to fight in the first card, but obviously that got mixed up. So then got me in the November 15th, Yorkshire versus Lancashire, and being the Yorkshire captain.
Let's tell the people how it came about with you being the Yorkshire captain. Because originally Shazib was the Yorkshire captain.
Yeah.
The reason I chose him, I thought, look, he's more experienced, he's had a lot of fights, but he was a bit reserved with it. He wasn't really bothered about being the Yorkshire captain or not.
So we was all in a group chat, all the serious fighters, the people that wanted to fight. Sharky had you had numerous days so you could have fights. Like you had a few fights, like quite a lot of fights in 1 month. Then obviously you and Hassan had the idea of doing a Yorkshire versus Lancashire because Hassan's from Lancashire.
Yeah.
And then you go, we're gonna make a team. Whoever wants to fight for the Yorkshire, and I just straight away said, yeah, I'm down for it. And obviously you got me signed up. And then he was on about making someone Yorkshire captain. I'm thinking, I don't mind doing this. You know, I want to do it. I want to be the captain. I want to do something. You know what I mean? That I can look back on that I've achieved properly.
Yeah.
And obviously there was Shazib, who's fighting Hassan. He was originally gonna be the Yorkshire captain, but obviously he was saying, I didn't care as much. I'm not bothered. It means nothing to me. You know what I mean? I'm thinking you're getting this opportunity. You're gonna, you know what I mean? People are gonna know what you mean. You're gonna know your name. Like who's the Yorkshire captain of Yorkshire? You know what I mean? He led his team. Obviously, I was thinking I wanted to be the Yorkshire captain. So obviously, kept pushing it every day, and eventually got to that stage.
I feel as though the right man is the Yorkshire captain now. For me, as picking up fighters from Yorkshire to represent us against Lancashire, I wanted someone who had the energy, who had the electricity, who wanted to be the Yorkshire captain. Every interview you do, you announce yourself as the Yorkshire captain, introduce yourself as the Yorkshire captain. I feel as though, and I have given it to the right guy, someone who has honour in being the Yorkshire captain. And like I say, I'm looking forward to your performance.
Inshallah, yeah.
Let's speak a little bit about your training camp. How's it been going?
My training's been intense. My coach especially, I've got a good coach. Like, he just pushes me. Every time I'm slacking the slightest, I'm slack. He just, you know what I mean? Get me back into it, shout, what are you doing? Get back straight to it. You know those foam sticks? He'd have the foam sticks there, we're doing planks or we're doing circuits, and I'm just slopping a bit, just walking, I can get straight back to training.
How are you feeling in sparring?
Very good in sparring, very good.
Yeah.
Holding myself well again. I've been fighting champions, national champions, I've been fighting best lads in Yorkshire, very top fighters, amateur fighters. inspiring a lot of people.
We've spoken to Sian, well, and I've gone down to train with
Yeah.
With the Lancashire boys. I haven't seen Sian in the gym too often. They've been very open about that. Said he hasn't been training as much as he should have because he's got the commitments. He's got work and stuff like that. He's not slacking or being lazy. He generally, is working.
Mm.
Do you've said it yourself? His natural ability, and at this moment in time, maybe higher than yours. He's boxed longer than you have.
Yeah.
Do you believe your work rate and your skill and the time you've put into training can negate his natural skill?
100%. Like I've said to many people, he's a very good boxer. I'm not going to underestimate Sian. He's a good boxer. He's highly rated in Lancashire, and a lot of people know of him. Like I said to people, he's a technically very good boxer, better than me. But obviously, I'm saying I've got the more, like, how do I say, the passion. I've got more passion in him. I know I've got the more, been working, been training hard, and like obviously my heart, I've got a lot of heart into it. I'm game for this, you know what I mean? And obviously, like I'm gonna push myself. I'm gonna outwork him. Like I've got the better dog in me. Do you know what I mean?
Why? So you believe if this fight comes down to heart and minerals, you'll supersede him in that, and you'll be victorious.
100%.
Why did you take the fight against someone who has more experience than you?
Because I got a list of options for 3 people.
Yeah.
And I thought, seeing him, and I thought, just something about his name,
just
something about his profile. I thought, let me just fight, let me just have it with him. And then I seen him in person. Obviously, he didn't tell me his height or anything like that. He was taller than me. I'm thinking, yeah, he's a bit taller than me at first. I thought, fuck it, might as well just bang him in it.
When I saw him first,
because the reason people tell, like, I took the fight because most people saying Sian's a killer, he's a beast. So I was like, let me show him what time it is now.
So most people look for easy fights, and the fights they're gonna get an easy win. You thought, you know what? Let me go for the man who's got the reputation, and let me rip that reputation away from him.
It's obviously it's about reputation, but for me it's more about the respect. You know what I mean?
The respect, yeah.
Like, because he's a very respected man, he's a respected guy in Lancashire, alhamdulillah, yeah.
Mashallah.
And what's it called? They were telling me he's a very good boxer, he's a beast, he's a knockout artist.
Yeah.
I thought there's no point me fighting someone that's, let's just be honest, who's someone like not a very good boxer. He's a bit shit. He's basically a pussy type, a sada type. Yeah. Thought, let me fight someone that's actually good, and I can see my ability and how if my training comes in. You know what I mean? And obviously, I thought, let me fight someone very. It's all about the respect. You know what I mean?
I'll be honest with you. At the start, they were saying Isa's a bit loud, a bit this like that. He's gonna pull out someone. As the time's gone on, and other people have pulled out, other people have asked for 14 ounces. Your respect from the Lancashire side has gone from here to up here. I speak to the Lancashire fighters, and they say, listen, we do respect him now. He's stepped in there against a more experienced fighter. He's done absolutely amazing on the promotion. He's confident. He believes himself. He's trained hard. So they do genuinely respect you. Win, lose or draw, whatever happens. They've said to me, your stock from this fight will rise because of the caliber of opponent you're fighting as well. So, but what do you have to say to people who say that it's too much responsibility for you to be the Yorkshire captain? That there's too much pressure on you?
To me, like, I don't.
Do you feel pressure?
It's a type of pressure. I do feel a little bit of pressure, but not like pressure overwhelming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, like I said to Sian, I said to Hassan, I said to Lancashire boys, win, lose or draw, anything, whatever goes down, I still have the utmost respect for you. I said to Sian one-on-one, I text him, I go, win, lose or draw, if I win, if I lose, if you win, you lose. I've still got a lot of respect for you. Stepped in the ring, did a game, you know what I mean? We put on a good show.
Yeah.
Obviously, the pressure, I'll be honest, the pressure is a little bit there because I've got a lot of people I want to impress. Like, obviously, I want to win. There's a lot of people that want to see me win. And obviously, like, I'm the Yorkshire captain. I've got that name for myself, you know what I mean? I need to, like, fulfill that role. You know what I mean?
Of course, I get that. So, going forward, after this fight, have you got plans to continue boxing?
Yeah, 100%.
We've got another card in January looking to compete on that.
Yeah, that Nenny, that little bogey.
You want Nenny, yeah? What is it about Nenny? Why have you...
We was on the pad day, yeah, like, you could see the call-out video.
So what happened was we had a media day in Lancashire. You went down there, public workout, you did some pads. Yeah. And then what happened after that?
I did some pads and then someone shouted a bit shit or something like that. So I walked over, I go, you lot are down there for a reason, I'm up here. If you was on the show, you'd be in the ring by now. None of you have a say in this. Like, you can have your own opinion, you've got no say on what I'm doing or what I'm not doing. You're not on the show for a reason. You're down there. I go, if any of you wanted to step in the ring right now, let me know, we'll have it. No one replied. Like, or looking at, like, Nenny, he was looking at me, because out of them, like, he was the one talking to me. So I was just looking at him, and I thought, if you want to get in the ring right now, he didn't say nothing, no one said nothing. So then obviously went away, then Sian went in his pads, and afterwards he was speaking to the Yorkshire and I was looking at him, staring at him, he was nothing back. As soon as we left in the car, he was just straight piping in the group chat. He started going to get it. Did
you felt as though he felt your aura in person, or he felt something about you that he didn't want to pipe up with in person? He left it for the group chat.
With me, like I said to everyone else, I don't care who I fight. I don't care if he's the best boxer in the world, the best fighter in the world. For me, I don't care. I just want to fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I
yeah.
just like fighting. I know it's a bad thing to say, but I like fighting. Obviously, boxing is a good way to put it into. I don't mind who I fight. It's just I want to get in there, put a good show on. You know what I mean? I want to earn that respect from
I
people.
feel like you enjoy the fighting side of it. I feel like you also enjoy the promotional side of it.
Yeah, 100%. Like
Like
I've
for
turned
me, I feel as though you're built for social media. You can be a social media superstar. You can go as
100%.
far as you want to go with it.
100%.
You have something about you, like you're a charismatic individual. People want to listen to you. People are interested in what you've got to say, and you believe in yourself. And you've got leadership qualities. You want to be the Yorkshire captain.
Yeah.
You want to do the media work. And for some people, they're very good fighters, but they're shy. Some people are not shy, but then they can't really fight. You know, we've seen your media side of it, and come November the 15th, we'll see the level of skill you're operating at. But like I say, you've only started. You haven't been boxing for very, very long seriously, have you?
It's just been on and off, but like recently I've been sticking
So
to
like I say, fam, imagine where you are now with your level of skill and ability.
100%.
If you stay consistent for a year with the promotion and with the training, imagine where you'll be in 1 year's time.
100%. Inshallah, I'll be in a good place, very good place, inshallah.
Do you feel as though you want to fight for a customized sharky-therapy belt on one of the shows? Do you feel? I feel like a belt wrapped around your waist look good. I feel like you take it everywhere. Take it to college.
I'll take it
Take it
everywhere.
to
Sleep with it, eat with it.
That's what I'm saying.
Everything.
To weddings, you'll be wearing a suit on with a belt on, taking it to weddings as well.
I'll pull up to every Sharky show. Captain's here, mate. Champion's here.
What about, so what are you studying at college?
Mechanics.
Studying mechanics, so or I assume that's what you want to get into.
Yeah, me, because obviously my uncle, he's done a lot for me as well. He's from our town. He's from Sheffield sides. He does car hailing. He's always been into cars and stuff. Obviously, from him, obviously like seeing the cars that he has. Obviously, I've enjoyed looking at them, like being inside them, like fast cars and stuff like that. Like obviously, I like the adrenaline rush. You know what I mean? Like the feeling, nice cars and stuff like that. And obviously, he worked hard for it. And obviously, he told me it wasn't easy for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously, he gave me that support as well. Obviously, he gave me that tough love. And obviously, I just wanted to. He does car hire, so obviously, I wanted to do something with cars, like car detailing, mechanics, stuff like that. Cause I always like cars and stuff.
Is he the one that's giving you the Rolls Royce for the fight?
Yeah.
For those that don't know, in fact, you can tell them it's your podcast.
You don't know. November 15th, pulling up in the Rolls Royce.
It's his first fight. He's got how many sponsors?
7.
He's got 7 sponsors, and he's coming in a Rolls Royce, and he's got his own videographer to follow him around. The guy's built to be a superstar.
Like when I took this fight, I thought, I'm thinking, what am I going to do for the fight? Like obviously my training with them, thinking, let me do something I can stand out in. So I thought, I was thinking, and I was just watching boxing. I seen someone sponsored by someone. I thought, let me get sponsors. So I got a few sponsors, from local sponsors, some out of town sponsors. My uncle sponsored me and everything like that. So I got one of my boys from college. He does video photography, Abbas Ali, and he's gonna be my cameraman and stuff like that. And obviously my uncle goes. Everybody found out that I was boxing, my family and stuff like that. Seen it all over your page, Sharky-therapy on TikTok, and they just go. We're gonna come down, and my uncle goes, put up in this car, show them what you're about. You know what I mean? Bring that extra level of how would you say, the extra level of stage, that different level to the people.
Like entertainment.
Entertainment, show the people.
Some class, bringing some class.
Yeah, class.
So once you've finished from college, you're looking to get into mechanics full time. Is it opening up your own garage? Somebody looking into?
Yeah, my own business, my own car detailing business. So.
Okay, that's perfect. Like I say, my car's always paggered. I treat my cars not very well.
You can come to the Yorkshire captain.
Don't be trying to rip me off. Don't be trying to put wages on there.
Free of charge.
What about, so in the world today, there is a problem with people, like men losing their minerals. You know, do you see yourself as an old school type of guy with the old school, G mindset, or do you see yourself as a modern day man, someone who's got, sloppy minerals, weak mind, identities?
With me, I'm not gonna lie, I have that side of me, like I have the OG side and I have that, like the soppy side. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you mean with the soppy side?
Like say if you see things that are going on nowadays, like the Palestine.
I don't believe that's soppy though. That's having a heart.
Yeah, it's having a heart. But obviously, like say if you
soppy side for me is like, men are allowed to chop their strudels off and become the opposite gender.
No, never.
Nothing like that.
No.
Where like, I don't know, the man should be at home washing the dishes. The honey should be out working.
No. No.
None of that, no. So obviously, and if inshallah, one day you'll get married, have a good wife and stuff.
Yeah.
The dynamics of your household for the future, how would you envision that?
I'm the captain of the house. I'm the captain, mate. Who's the man? I'm the captain, mate. Yorkshire, captain's house. When I get a house, inshallah, you'll see on the front of my gate, Yorkshire captain, or captain's house. I'm telling you, I'm sticking with that role now.
Wherever this organization goes, this guy will always be the Yorkshire captain. I love that. So you want like a traditional household where you are the man of the household.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, you don't want one where you're washing the dishes and doing the.
No.
I'm not saying you shouldn't help your missus out. You know, she's tired or whatever like that.
Obviously, it works both ways. You know what I mean? Like, for example, at home, like when my mum cleans, we all clean.
Yeah,
My
it's good
brothers,
to
my
help out,
sisters,
yeah.
we all clean. We never let my mum do it alone. Don't get me wrong, we have a bit like, can't be asked doing it. I don't want to do it. But obviously, with like, there's that side to me, like, my mum, she does everything for me. Obviously, we have to help her. You know what I mean? She's the one that's going to be there for me at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
There's no, listen, when I do PTs with young lads, I always say, oh, listen, have you washed the dishes?
Yeah.
Like your own dish.
Yeah.
Have you helped? Because listen, our mums are getting old, man.
100%.
They're tired, they've raised us for so many years.
They want to live a good life as well.
That's
you know
what I'm saying. Fam. So listen, if your ma's a little bit tired, do the hoover for the head.
Yeah,
What?
100%.
Even when I do the hoover every now and again, every
Yeah.
blue moon, my mum will go over it and do it again.
Yeah, that's
But
what
I feel like, you know, if my mum's cooked for me, I'll try to wash my own plate out and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Even on the way to the sink, she'll
Mm.
intercept me sometimes
Yeah,
and wash the plate. But I feel like, you know, it's good for us to help our mothers.
100%.
But
It's that manhood you have to have.
yeah,
There's two sides of it. It can be like, you man of the house, I pay the bills, this, that. But then also you have to do the other side of it as well. Like, learn how to, say, for example, like if you're going to live alone or with your wife, everything, you can't let her do it all alone. You have to learn how to iron your own clothes, wash your own clothes, cook your meals, just in case, like, emergencies, say, like, you have kids, your wife's not around, you need to learn how to do these things, you know what I mean? For yourself as well, for other people. Like, for example, with me, like my mum said, if you get married and your wife's not there, then you're going to learn how to have to cook, how to clean, iron your own clothes, wash your own clothes, pay the bills, and etc. like that. Like, a lot of people that I know, like some of my friends that I know, they pay bills as well. Like they pay bills as well for the family. Like, they have that role as well, because it helps them have that mindset that I need to do this. You know what I mean? You have to get used to a mindset.
Like, when I was your age, I started working, and naturally when you start working, even though your parents might not ask you for nothing, it just feels nice to say, "Here, ma, there's 200 baht for a bill. Ma, go shopping, £100." No, I think one of the best feelings for a man is to make some money and to give it to your ma, or your
make something happy.
your wife, your kids.
That's a nice feeling for me. Like, when I give someone they're happy and like see that face on them, see that smile on them. You know what I mean?
I feel like men naturally, where we enjoy the feeling of giving. You know, it's nice to give, especially to the women and children. Do you okay? To give them, you know, to take them to holidays that they could never imagine going on, take them to places to eat that they could never imagine going.
It's all about the memories and, you know what I mean, things like that, the connections you have with people around you.
Do you know, to give your family the temporary joys of this mortal world, there's nothing wrong with that. People try to glorify, you know, being poor on purpose, which I don't agree with. I feel like as a man, you should try to make as much money as possible in a halal way, obviously. You know, to make life easier for the women and children.
Like, since I was young, I'll be honest, since about year 5, year 6, my dad, he's owned a few businesses and stuff. I used to work with him, help with him. Even though as a kid, I used to get paid for it. But obviously, as soon as I get older, since about 13, I used to be working in and out of places, to get paid. Obviously, like, my dad, my mum, she's obviously shown that mother love side of me. Like, she was there for my dad. He's always shown that tough love side of me. You know what I mean? Obviously, he showed me that love, that trust, but then obviously there's a tough side of it. You know what I mean?
You need that from.
And obviously, he wanted me to work and have that responsibility. Like, I worked in a few places, got that responsibility, and obviously you could see, like, I seen on his face, like, he's like off my case now, you know what I mean? Because he knows I'm doing something, I'm not fucking about, I'm not messing about, things, etc.
No, you're at college, you're studying, and then obviously you got this boxing fight as well, you're training. So it feels like you're spending most of the time in education and most of the time in the gym, which
100%.
means you're gonna have less time on the street.
100%.
You know, and that's one of the goals for our organization is to help lads, you know, find their way in life. You know, so there's a lot of lads out there that are lost, as you can probably imagine with your age group. You know a lot of them.
There's a lot of people that I know around me, like a few of my mates and stuff like that. A few people that I know, obviously going down that path, dealing, carrying and stuff like that. Especially the knife crime, like what's going on around the world and in Bradford. There's a lot of knife crime being used, and obviously I tried staying away from that side, you know what I mean? Obviously I've never used one, never held one, nothing like that. Obviously I've seen them with my own eyes, I've seen all these things with my own eyes, but I've never done things like that. Obviously I don't have the heart to do anything. People say on the road, like, I'm game to do this, I'm game to go do my man, but obviously when you're doing it, you think about, like, I don't have the heart to do this, I don't have the heart to kill, I don't have the heart to do that, you know what I mean? It's like thinking, how's it going to affect me, my family, especially my mum and things like that, you know what I mean?
No, you sound like a very mature lad for your age, where you understand that your actions have repercussions, not just on yourself, but also on your family. And, you know, for the young lads out here that are watching this, if you do some madness on the street, it's not just you that gets affected. Your man's gonna get when you're in jail, bro. Your boys ain't gonna come visit you, or your boys ain't gonna put money in your tab. It's your mum that's to drive down to the jail. The mum that's to put money. Your mum that's to put money in your tab,
100%.
and it's your mum who's gonna be awake every night, thinking, "Yo, my son's in jail."
I'll tell you this now for a fact, yeah. Whenever I'm out late, like when I was with you at your shows, when I was in Lancashire, or if I'm out with my mates, or even if I'm out with my brother, my uncles, anyone in the family members, whoever I'm with, my mum will never go sleep until I'm at home, until I'm in bed. Now that's the mothers that have that feeling, obviously, you know, like say if mothers feel that they send someone bad, obviously like it is true, I'll be honest, it is true, like especially my mum, she's never go sleep until I'm not home or my brother's at home, or like if there's someone in the house, she don't go sleep until they're all in the house.
Because I'm a grown man, almost 40, even now, my ma won't go to sleep unless I'm home.
Obviously they have that protected, isn't
No, they don't, bro. A mother's love is different.
Yeah, different.
A mother's love. Speaking on, like, going back to marriage, 1 honey or 4?
4, mate.
Legend.
I'm a captain in it.
Yeah, like, you need a.
One can be cleaning my belt, one can clean my gloves.
Well, listen, a captain he needs a team.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? A captain needs a team, fam. So you've got 4 wives, you'll have 4 kids each of them or something. That's it. Then you're a true captain because you got a team to lead. You can't be a captain with 1 honey and 1 kid.
That's good.
His family gonna see this and say, listen, stay away from Shaka. He's programming everyone's mind for 4 movies.
No.
What's your experience with the organisation, Sharky-therapy and Hassan, and you know the boxing shows and all the lads and everything?
Very good. Like at first I thought, it's just gonna be one of those shows that they just take the pace and things like that. But then obviously I got into it, like obviously I knew Sharky on a level, I got to know him on a level, obviously. Very good, right? Funny guy, obviously you have those moments. Like we were going to Lancashire, he picked me up. Like I didn't have a lift there, he picked me up, goes, jump in with me, drove all the way there. We had a little accident on the way there the first time.
Tyre popped on the motorway from.
Tyre popped, we managed to get there though. Obviously then went to Lancashire, we had a good time there. Especially the Lancashire boys, like when we were going there thinking, a bit iffy, you know, like, you know what I mean? Is it one of them types where they're gonna come on a tip, you know what I mean? But then obviously I went there all respectful, all showing me love. Obviously you have that little bit of how do you say, that beefy banter type, you know what I mean? It's banter, obviously.
Tongue in cheek.
Yeah, show me respect and stuff like that. We all went out for a meal and things like that. And they're very good people in Lancashire, man. Got a lot of respect for them, especially Hassan.
Isa, that was an amazing episode. We got a lot of insight, we got a lot of depth. I think the people now will see a different side to you that they haven't seen before.
There's 2 sides to me. I also have that, say, the hyper side of me, like when I'm with everyone, like that phony side, the hyper side. Obviously, there's a side to me that not many people know, that just calm. Just
I feel like you've got a very deep, perspicacious side to you. I feel like you can see the world through a lens that not most people can't. I feel like you are a deep guy.
Yeah, if you're
I think people underestimate how intelligent you are.
The people, if you're close to me, you'll know me on that level, like the proper level I'm on. Not many people, they just know me from social media or how I act in public and things like that. But no, like if you know me on a level, then you know what I'm like. But not many people know.
Right, you want anything to say to wrap it up?
See you November 15th. See you on. Be ready, man.
Boys, these big sharks and Isa, the Yorkshire captain, keeping it 100 from the womb to the tomb, active from the AM to the PM to the AM, saving souls, conquering earth, honey rejecting, J2O sipping, Benjamin collecting, all round nice guys, top lad, gentlemen, lady killers, and worm destroyers. Don't forget that we destroy worms as well. Whoop, there it is. Yes, fam, that was a good one. That.